We would like to introduce you to the beautiful, majestic Helena and Aurora range, also known by the Aboriginal name Bungalbin. We are 100 kilometres north of Southern Cross in the Great Western Woodlands, approximately 400 kilometres east of Perth. Helena and Aurora range rises steeply from the flat, extensive, tall, open woodlands and shrubby sandplains. The main range of Helena and Aurora lies in a southwest to northeast direction. There are also some shorter hills that sit alongside the main range, and the low, extensive hills that head out to the northwest. This aerial view of Helena and Aurora range was taken from a helicopter, and we are first flying up onto the top of Bungalbin Hill, the only named hill on the range. Bungalbin Hill is 684 metres above sea level. The highest point on the range is further northeast at 704 metres above sea level. As we fly behind Bungalbin Hill, we can see large areas of rocky outcropping. These are the Banded Ironstone Formations, or BIF for short. Helena and Aurora Range is a Banded Ironstone Formation, or BIF range. BIF rocks can vary a lot in their iron content, colour and degree of banding. There is the almost black to grey-black rock that could be as high as 60 to 70% iron. When a piece is held in the hand, one can feel the great weight of it. At the other end of the scale, there is the strongly banded BIF rock with alternating bands of black iron and orange-red jasperite, and occasionally white bands of quartz. The Banded Ironstone Formation can be seen in the tall, exposed outcropping or massive rock sitting on the ground, as well as in the fine lag gravel sitting on the surface on the foot slopes. At the base of the range on the south side, there are remnants of dewey crust. The dewey crust occurs as low outcropping and breakaways, even forming small caves. Dewey crust once covered the surface, including the BIF. However, it has been eroded away over time, and remnants are found near the base of BIF ranges. We are now going to head northeast along the ridge top of the convoluted hills of Helena and Aurora as they twist and turn. We are seeing the range under cloudy conditions. Therefore, the colours of the range are softer, without the deep oranges, reds and black shadows that are present in the full sun. The northwest facing slopes are more sparsely vegetated than the southeastern slopes. This is largely due to them receiving more direct sun, particularly during the hotter, dry summer months. In the winter months, the rains come from the southwest. During summer, there can be the occasional cyclone bringing heavy rains from the northwest. The Banded Ironstone Formation ranges in this landscape act as islands, providing habitat for plants and animals not found on the flat plains below. It is likely that some of the plants on Helena and Aurora are relics of a wetter climate. Certainly, Helena and Aurora range is large enough to attract rain clouds. And the massive ironstone outcropping has the capacity to hold large quantities of water to support flora that prefers wetter conditions. In these ways, Helena and Aurora range could be said to be a refuge or haven for many plants and animals. Here is a patch of tall white gums, Eucalyptus capillosa, subspecies capillosa. They stand approximately 6 to 15 metres high and are also known as inland wandoo or wheat belt wandoo by some. Eucalyptus capillosa is related to the wandoo and powderbuck wandoo found in the southwest. It is unusual for such large trees to grow on a biff range. Seen from the ground, they are as impressive and as tall as the biff outcropping. As we reach the end of the main range, we are going to turn back the way we came and fly along the southeast slopes. The southeast slopes at this northern end have many small caves within the biff outcropping. The biff outcropping provides sites for rare plants to grow, nesting sites for birds, and shelter for mammals, marsupials, and reptiles. Wherever you stand on Helena and Aurora range, you are bound to be surrounded by several of the 14 priority plant species, and at least one of the 2 declared rare plants known on the range. The 2 rare plant species are both endemic, as they are only known to occur on this range. These plants are remarkable in that they grow from the crevices in the biff rock and survive the intense hot, dry summers of this area. One of these is Tetratheca aphylla, subspecies aphylla. Tetratheca aphylla is a very vigorous tetratheca with thick, leafless stems and an abundance of stunning purple-pink pendulous flowers when in full bloom during the winter and spring months. Tetrathecas are pollinated by native bees. There are the small young plants and the larger old plants with their large skirts of dead stems. The second is Leucopogon spectabilis, a truly spectacular leucopogon when in full flower, with its numerous clusters of white bearded hairy flowers against its large lime green leaves. We do not yet know what pollinates Leucopogon spectabilis. On these southeast slopes of the range, we can see the mosaic of different vegetation types, like a tapestry, with the different colours and textures. The shiny light green colour is where Eucalyptus abenoensis dominates and contrasts with the acacia shrubs alongside. A soft grass, Neuracne annularis, growing in clumps, circles and half circles, looking just like a spinifex on the hill slopes, is a distinctive part of the vegetation on Helena and Aurora range. Mount Manning Range is the only other neighbouring biff range with this grass. One of the Mulla group, Tylotus obovardus, can also grow extensively on the debris biff slopes. Dryandra arborea, meaning tree-like dryandra, are long-lived and can be found with diameters of over 1 metre. Dryandra arborea are restricted to the biff ranges in the Yilgarn, growing in cracks within the biff rock. Their flowers produce abundant quantities of nectar for honeyeaters and pygmy possums, as well as fruits for parrots. They are a very important part of this ecosystem. The low hills of Helena and Aurora that head out to the northwest for approximately 22 kilometres are 536 to 584 metres above sea level at their highest points. They appear very low compared to the main range that is up to 704 metres high. We are now looking back southwards from the low hills onto the main range of Helena and Aurora. Some of the neighbouring ranges that are comparable in height to these low hills are Windarling Range and Hunt Range. Helena and Aurora Range has been described as a jewel in the crown among the banded ironstone formation ranges in the Yilgarn or Great Western Woodlands. We feel Helena and Aurora Range or Bungalbin speaks for itself. We are grateful for this opportunity to share the range with you and hope you have the chance to visit yourselves. They are an important part of our heritage and in need of our protection.